and welcome to your next Teacher Tip Tuesday. I'm Jessica. I am a teacher in education for over 14 years. I'm also a mom to a 6-year-old little girl, first grade, and a 14-year-old boy, a freshman. And I am a mom who is home with them, trying to teach them at the same time. So I'm a teacher who's home with their kids, just trying to give some tips to help you out. So I actually had a request from somebody who asked me to go back a little bit and talk about environment. So today we're going to talk about environment and how to maybe create a workspace at home if you haven't already. I know lots of you in Arizona have already started school, so you probably already have this down, and maybe even from working in the springtime with your kids, you have something like this already established. But if not, or if I can give you some ideas that might help add to your already established environment, I hope this is helpful. So when thinking about setting up an environment for your child, my suggestion, we kind of looked at and talked to our kids about what would work best. Both my son and my daughter have a desk in their room. We decided for our daughter that it wasn't going to be the best place for her to work in her bedroom. That was not the best work environment. So we chose to bring her out into our little office kind of living area, and that's where her workspace is going to be. For my son, he's a little bit older. He has a desk in his room with his computer, so that was going to be the best workspace for him. So first, I would suggest picking a place in your home where you're going to devote to school. So that way you keep it separate if you can. Your workspace is going to need to have a place for your device, because at this point right now we're all using devices. You're also going to want an area for them to have a workspace, separate area. I'm going to flip you guys around and kind of give you an idea of how I do this with my daughter. Well, I thought I was going to flip you around, but it doesn't work that way. So I'm just going to bring you this way. So over here, this is her workspace where she works up here. We have her device. We have a space here that she's able to work flat surface with her materials if she needs to, and it has plenty of space for her to have all of those things to work at. So that's her workspace. I would also suggest having supplies available and handy in your space. So I would suggest pencils, pens, counters, or things like that for math. If your child needs, maybe they're in an older math, they need a calculator. So having all of those supplies ready and in that workspace will be really helpful. I know some schools were sending like math kits with supplies home. That's great. If your school didn't send it, I actually have an idea for a tip later that if you need math tools, we'll talk about in the future. Books, I know a lot of schools sent home books for students, so make sure you have a set place for all the books to go. I can show you for us. So you can see here's like our supplies shelves. Right down here are all her books. Then she has her folders, some art supplies. Over here in these little spaces here, I have like her markers and crayons, scissors, things like that, so she knows where to go to when she needs them for the work day. Also, part of your environment, one thing I would suggest developing if your teacher hasn't sent it to you already is a schedule. It's really important. Kids thrive on consistency. They thrive on routine, and they love structure. So they look forward to that in the classroom. I can tell you most of my kids look forward to what we're going to be doing during the day so they can check it off just like we all want to check those things off during the day. So if your teacher doesn't send you a schedule, try and see if you can figure out what the schedule will be like, and you can create your own. Something that I also did was created our own schedule. So you can see right here, she has her schedule along with pictures, so she knows what to expect throughout the day. So we have a space here, our environment, that makes it a little bit easier to get in the mindset of school, because we are at home doing this school thing. So it can be a little challenging for kids at times to get in that mindset. So environment is really important. Just make sure you have a workspace, you have the supplies that they're going to need so you're not running around having to get those things, and a schedule. Those are really 3 key things important when developing an environment, a school environment in your home for your kids. I hope that was helpful. Have a good day.